Hey guys, hope you're having a great day today. Today is Monday. Happy Monday morning to you. I hope that your morning is starting out well. My morning is starting out good. We had a wonderful weekend. I filmed Friday, but I actually filmed most of the weekend. So you got to see a lot of what we did on the weekend. You know, we went roller skating, which was fun. And then yesterday we went to church. And then we went to the mall. So the teens wanted to go hang out with their friends at the mall. And so it's a little bit of a drive back home. And so I thought, why don't I take the younger three and we go to the mall and maybe do some shopping or some window shopping. You know, you never do window shopping when you have little kids. So younger kids. So we did the mall. We walked around for a while. And there's Ruby howling away out there. We did the mall and then picked up just a few things, just a few little things that we saw at different stores. And then we ended up going, I said, we should go to, like, there was TJ Maxx and Home Goods. I'm like, let's go over there. And I realized they have a Five Below. Remember we went to Tennessee? And we went to the Five Below and really enjoyed that store. And then in Michigan, there was one. We don't have one around here, but obviously there's one up in Asheville. And so we went there. And so we, got a whole cart full of things that I probably wouldn't have purchased. But since you see them for $5, you get them. So it was good. I ended up getting the boys like those anime characters, and so a couple different neat things they had. Madeline found some cute things. We picked up a few things for the girls, and it was a fun time. It was a good time, and I found that they had my dark chocolate Kit Kats there. I'm like, oh my goodness, there's the store with Kit Kats. So it's my favorite candy bar of all time, and it's very hard to find. So I was glad to see them there. So we just had a good time. We ended up staying the entire time because the girls were at the mall till it closed, and so I thought, can we stay out this whole time? Because to come all the way back home and then drive all the way back up, it's about a good hour and a half. So I didn't want to do that, but I would have. And so I was just glad that we survived the entire time. So we did that. We drove home and they were hungry. And I thought, you know what, let's just pick up two $5 pizzas. Or I don't think it's $5 anymore. Two $6 pizzas? I think it was like $13.50 or something. So $6 $50 pizzas. Remember the $5 Little Caesar pizzas? They're not $5 anymore. So we picked up two pizzas and that was good and easy because we had lunch made and we ate that, but I didn't have any dinner and I didn't want to come home because it was already like 7:30. So we just picked up pizzas and I'm like, that is quite all right. So I went through, I told you I'm keeping track of my budget this month. And so I was like, all right, we overspent in that area, but it's pretty cool because then you can kind of maneuver them around to fit the other categories that you like groceries. I still had a lot of money left over for groceries. So I'm like, okay, I guess all that extra will have to go over to that one. So it's good. It made me relook at my grocery list because I have to go to like Aldi or Walmart, Sam's Club, somewhere this week and pick up like milk and eggs and just little things like that. So it made me go, do I need to? Like I was going to replenish some things in my hallway pantry like corn and diced potatoes, diced tomatoes, things like that. But I was like, you know what? We're fine. I just crossed off. I will do that the next month. So that is how you budget. Like if you overspend, and we did, but we overspent because it's Christmas and we have things that I purchased for December, like tickets to events and things. And I didn't plan on doing that now, but I wanted to get the tickets so that we could go. So like, and birthdays, I've got 2 birthdays. In December, Brooklyn turns 16, so that's a big birthday, and Jensen has his birthday. So purchasing ahead, and I'm like, okay, that's okay. So it'll come out of next month's budget, but it made me go this month, okay, where can I still live within my means? And so like groceries, I still had, I think, almost $500 left over for groceries. And so it made me go, all right, let's cut back on, let's not just stock that pantry today. And there's food. Like if I don't have petite diced tomatoes, guess what? I use tomato sauce and we'll still live. It's the same thing, just pure it up. So just refiguring things, going, okay, let's see what we can do without. And then the next month, you know what? We'll catch back up. So I'm not concerned. So it was good. It was a great, great weekend and just came home and relaxed and rested and went to bed and I slept until this morning at, I think it was 5:30 and I was like, oh my goodness, it's 5:30 and I'm just waking up. So I'm an early person, like so early. Usually I'm like 4:30, 5 o'clock. Lately I've been like 3:30, I know, but it's just when my body is waking up. So I'm getting up and doing fine. And then sometimes I sleep in, but not too often. But today was a sleep in day. My kids laugh because they're like, I said, well, yeah, I slept until 6:30. Like, oh, Mom, you slept till 6:30. That's so late. So it's good. But it made me like go today. I'm a little bit behind because it's now almost 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm just starting to film because I had to get up and I had to take Jaden to work. She went to work early this morning and I'm like, all right, I need to get moving for a Monday. So I am here. It's Monday, done talking. We're going to get moving with our day today. I've got Monday's always cleaning, but you know what I'm going to do different this week? I'm going to undecorate the fall stuff. We're going to say goodbye to the fall. It's actually freezing cold here in North Carolina, like freezing, like 30-degree freezing. There's frost on a car out there. There was snow on the mountains up higher yesterday, and I was like, oh, okay, we turned the heat on. The heat is on permanently now. So I know it'll get a little bit warmer. I think by the end of the week it's going to be 50, but today I'm looking at my thermometer. It's 25 degrees outside. That's a little bit chilly for this southern gal. I like warm weather. I like it to be warm. I know it's the end of November. I expect it to be winter, but it's just like, okay, it's a little bit chilly. So the kids and I were talking. I'm like, you know what? Like, we were listening to Christmas songs on the way home. I'm like, let's just do away with all the fall decorations. Can we do that? Like, can I just put them all away and then start working on the Christmas? It takes time. I can't do it all in one day. I could, but my life, I wouldn't have to do school. I wouldn't be able to do other things. So I'm just going to do it in like sections. And do that for your life. If you have a lot of kids, or you're just not able to do things, or life, you're working outside the home or whatever, do it in stages. Like today, my goal is just, I'm hoping to do the whole upstairs put away. I don't know, can I do that? Hopefully. If not, if I can just do my kitchen and dining room today, awesome. That means putting stuff away and cleaning, because it is Monday and I do deep clean today. So that's what I'm going to focus on today, getting the decorations gone upstairs here. The kids will probably do the downstairs ones for me, but it just depends on how quick we can get things moving. So do it in stages. And then you know what? Will I hurry up and decorate today? No, absolutely not. I've got my tree sitting outside still. I will probably, maybe I'll clean in here. I have to move my living room around, so maybe we'll do that. I don't know. I might be today, might be tomorrow, might be the end of the week. You'll just have to wait and see how much I can accomplish today, because I still have to be a mom. I still have to do school with my kids, and I also still have to pick up my daughter from work. I also have to make breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's still a busy day. So if I can, awesome. If not, then it's gonna have to be tomorrow. So it's good. You do what you can do. My goal is to take out fall, be done with fall and turn it into winter, because it's a winter feeling in here. So we're gonna have a wonderful day. It's gonna be great. You guys ready? All right, let's go. Okay, I've been had these things sitting out on my counter. These are some cards I wanted to thank you guys for. Jennifer sent me a beautiful letter. A beautiful, beautiful letter. So thank you, Jennifer, for your letter. I also got one comment was from a lady named Jean, and I thank you for your comment. And Erin, I thank you for your email as well. So very blessed by your comments and what you guys share, and it encourages me as well. And then Pamela sent me these. Look at it. It says, I'm a homeschool teacher and there is no substitute. I thought those were cute, and I'm definitely going to use these. So thank you so much, Pamela. So your encouragement to me, it helps me get through my day as well. So, because I'm a mama at home too, and I'm not out doing a ton of things all the time. It's like that positive. Ruby's like, let me bark. I know you're filming. That positiveness, it just, that encourages me in my walk and what I'm doing in my life as well. So, all right, let's continue cleaning. How am I going to start? I do have dishes. I think I can load my dishwasher. I'm pretty sure the dishwasher's empty. Yes. So I have a few dishes that we took yesterday. It works great to take our food. The food was delicious, by the way, the mac and cheese and the sweet potato and rice. That was so good. So I'm just going to put that in the dishwasher, pick up, and then we'll start taking everything down. Okay, now we're going to go. That is about the easiest Monday dishes ever. And it was just leftovers yesterday, and we used paper plates for pizza, so it's good. Let's scrub the sink now. Okay, just gonna start cleaning away, I guess. As I see things, I'll just pick them up and keep wiping. I was just thinking about it. I shouldn't take everything off the bottom here without starting at the top, because I've got all these little vines up on top with leaves and stuff, and if that puts dust on the bottom, probably should clean it up. So I'm going to take off, I think all the stuff I'll take off the top except the lights. I like keeping the lanterns up there with the Christmas lights, because I'm going to be adding the greenery up there with the bulbs and stuff. I bought some new garland last year at Hobby Lobby. Thankful, because I had separate, I just had the garland, and then I added pine cones and bulbs, and everything kept falling down. I was like, you know what, let's just buy a complete strand with everything on there already, and that works so much better. So I'm just gonna take everything down off the top here. As I'm taking this stuff down, you can see that I did not do very good. I was never recruited to play in the basketball team ever in school. No, that is just not my gifting. So I'm gonna throw this and make it as best I can. These aren't breakable, so they'll be fine. But got this done. Then I was up there looking, and I'm like, my glass light, like my little lantern up here, was really, really dirty. So I feel like I'm going to clean that really well because it's been up there for a while. And then my sign, the gathering place, I probably will scrub that down too because that looks really dirty as well. So, but I took everything down. What you can see what I use for my lifting of objects is plastic containers. You can use pieces of wood, use anything in your house. I even used a little burlap ribbon that we don't use at all. I think we got it for Lauren's wedding. So this is all going to get taken down. I don't know. I might put some of the containers back up with the Christmas. I'm just not sure how I'm going to decorate up there just yet. But they're here. We can use them for something. So perfect. All that's down. Okay, I was looking at this and it looks so dirty inside. And I'm like, how am I going to get inside this thing? But after wiping on the inside and going around, I realized it was on the top. I'm like, hello. So I don't normally recommend washing these, but they're going to dry and make sure they dry. I'm not going to have them be wet because they'll ruin. So just because they've been up there for years. So, I mean, I wipe them down, but not like this kind of cleaning. So this, sometimes a lot of you guys ask where I get these things at. This I got at Hobby Lobby years ago. It's literally just a shelf that you would hang on your wall normally right here. But I put it on my counter just to give it a little bit more depth, and then I can add a few things. It's kind of like my knick-knack shelf in the kitchen. So I used to have it over here where my little glass jars are, and maybe I'll change that for Christmas. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But this is kind of like my zone area. So I usually keep my extra batteries and I actually marked my batteries because I use my camera here. I keep my charger right here because we use them all the time. So these are my extra ones, so that if these, like usually I have one in here, and if this is dead, I can just grab this one, and then my camera cover. I keep this usually over here hidden behind everything, you know, as a marker. And then the ice machine. The ice machine is working out well right here. I'm like, where do I put it? I've had it over on my coffee stand, didn't like it way over there. Put it next to my refrigerator. It seems like it got too hot. It'd probably be okay to be over there now that it's more winter time. But for the most part, over here is fine. It's kind of like in the middle of nowhere on everything. And you guys ask about this one a lot too. So this one I'd get, this is a pellet ice maker. Different than a regular ice machine. We had the ice machine, like a regular one, and then I got it and I was able to use it, give it to my mom because her ice maker was broken. And so I'm like, here, you can use a tabletop ice maker. And that worked good. It's a cheap way to invest without having to get your freezer thing fixed. If you can't afford a new refrigerator or freezer, it's just a cheap way to have it. This I like, even though we have ice, this is pellet ice. You know, like the ice that you go to Sonic with, or where else? Chick-fil-A has it. In the day, it was when you went to the hospital to have a baby. The hospital had pellet ice. This was back in Michigan. They didn't have, I don't think any restaurant I went to had pellet ice. I don't think anything I did. But we moved, then this was, you know, I'd go to the hospital and have a baby, you know, once a year. Once a year I had a baby. I know, crazy. And so loved it. And I loved the ice. They had it in the foam cups, and I was like, it was so delicious. And so then we moved down south here and went to Chick-fil-A, and I'm like, oh my goodness, they have pellet ice. Also, Zaxby's has it too. So I'm sure people are just catching on with it. But this works out so good. So this has been sitting since overnight. This itself is not a freezer or refrigerator to keep it frozen, but it does keep it pretty frozen. Like this, my house is 68 degrees and it keeps it right in here. So this fills up. We've got this right here, and we just keep filling it up with water. It's one of the kids' jobs, just to make sure you don't fill it above the line. I put a little little hook over here and put my ice. This we get with it, but this we had it inside. And the kids are grabbing it, and then, you know, germs and disgust. So this goes right here, and this works out really good. So sometimes if I turn this down, it's going to turn on. Yes. So sometimes I try to, in the morning, not touch this when I'm filming because a lot of this noise, a lot of you said it's heightened in the background noise. So, but this is good. You guys will usually ask me about this, and I didn't have a link to it because it wasn't in the process of being made. They made it and stopped. Now it's here. Paris Roan. I'll leave this one below. This works great. I literally stick it right here. And stick it in the corner right here. It works good. Right here, I don't usually turn it on when I'm filming. It fills up. It's a great little ice machine. They say to use distilled water in it. Now, if you don't, what happens is the tubes on the back and inside the machine get coated with the salt and stuff in your water, and so you'll notice it gets really hot and you're like, what is that? It's because the tubes are caked with that stuff. So like you're supposed to use vinegar and let it break down, so make sure you do that. And if you don't, you're gonna have to take the tubes out and clean the tubes out. So we didn't do that. I'm like, why is it running constantly, not making ice? And then we took it apart and saw the tubes. I'm like, oh, that would be why they say to use vinegar to clean it up, because it takes and breaks down the calcium in there. So use that in it. Make sure you do that, as much as it's a pain because you have to run the vinegar and then you have to rinse it off because you know you don't want vinegar in your ice, but it helps cut down on that. So I'll leave a link for this one below. Christmas gift, get yourself some Christmas gift ideas. Okay, let's continue wiping down. This I got on Amazon too. This I think was one of my other favorite purchases. I don't mind the glass bottle, but the glass bottle you can see everything. The ceramic one you don't. So if you have a lot of fingerprints, you don't notice it. Now, I love how my salt, this lid had pepper in it, and so now it's in my salt. Don't mind that. It's good. It's just overfilled. That's okay. This is another great gift from my friend Nancy. She's so sweet. I love this. Probably one of my other salt. I hate a salt and pepper shaker. I just hate one. I don't know why. Hate one sitting on the counter. I feel like when you shake it, you don't get enough out of it. So I think I watched Kimberly Watt, and she had like a wooden bowl, and she opened it up and just pinched her salt and pepper, and I'm like, oh, genius. And so Nancy sent me these. I thought that was very sweet. So they sent them a while ago. I love it. All right, let's wipe this up. This doesn't have too many decorations over here, which is nice. Still love all my spirtles. I think everything in here I use except these. And I do use the big one. They do get warm because obviously they're not, you know, made to go in the dishwasher. Sorry. Live and learn. It's good, but everything else we use in here. So this is my little utensil right there. I'm going to put this one away because I don't use it. Put it up in the cupboard, and then when I do a clean out, if I don't touch it, I'll pass it along. Microwave is definitely very dirty. Lots of cheese and, you know, kid stuff. I like this silicone mat here that I got from Barbara. That works better than like a lid or a big giant plastic container because you can just put it on top or leave it on the bottom. Is anybody else missing their letters in their Samsung microwave? I think I missed the letter A for a long time. Now the N and the G are missing as well. Our little candy treat bins here are not going too bad. Sometimes they turn into a snack bin, and you know what? With a lot of people eating out of them, that's okay. So I'm just gonna scrub these two. The other one is still full of candy, so I will wait till that one's empty, then I'll scrub that. Refrigerator's not too dirty. I just like to wipe off the outside. My little marker board is starting to peel a little bit. I probably will replace that this year. But this works out really good. Just clean everything out, wiping the refrigerator out, taking out a few things that go in the trash, like this kale. I got it at the discount store, and then it went bad before I used all of it, and that's okay. There's a few leftovers in here to use up today, and definitely going to be making food, but it's good. I'm just kind of going through and wiping things up. So my little table runner here, It's definitely been, the one side's all stained, the other side is stained. So I've had this for a few years. I got it at, I think, Big Lots, and it served its purpose. So I just wrote down on my phone, purchase another one in the springtime, because I do have one for Christmas. I'll just need a new one. This one worked out really good because it was kind of like plasticky, so I could wipe it easily versus like the material ones that stain and you're kind of stuck with a wrinkle old mess. So it worked out really nice. I'll probably definitely return to one of those. On our marker board over here on the big freezer, we decided to do a gratitude thankful board. So all month, each day we try to go over there and write something we're thankful for. Maybe just something that happened that day. Just little things to keep on there, just to be reminded of like the good things. So it's neat seeing the different things they're thankful for and just how they can have that heart of gratitude. And it's a good month to do it. It's good to do that all the time, but that's what we're doing for our family this year. We used to do a big giant tree on the wall made out of brown paper bags, and then we made leaves with all our thankful. But this year we just decided to put it on the marker board. Coffee station, this place gets used all the time. The kids are making hot cocoa. They're loving it. So it's actually gets used a lot. So I'm just gonna wipe it off. Definitely a little stained over here. So I'm gonna use my magic eraser to clean up the melamine tabletop. I'm also trying to use up my candles. So I've got a little bit of leftover fall. I'll probably use this one. I've got one in my living room to use up, and I got one more that I purchased. It smells good. It'll be good for winter as well, but just focus on using those candles up. We've got one more Thanksgiving or thankful wheel, so I'm gonna take this out so remember to do it. And then I'll pass on, there's 24 in here. I don't need 24, so I'll pass the rest to my local library and then they can make them there. Laundry, I don't even know. We've got laundry figured out for some crazy reason. All of a sudden, laundry is not an issue in our home. Why is that? Probably because kids grew up and things have changed. I don't know, but it's definitely not an issue. So I'm gonna I've got some bedding to throw in some towels. For the most part, the laundry room's pretty clean in here. My favorite thing is still this lint bin. It's on the side of my washer. Greatest thing. I showed it to you last week. $15. Buy yourself one for Christmas. Another gift idea to you. I'm just gonna do a quick spray down of my bathroom. I had one of our children were not feeling good this past week. We just kind of kept them separated from us, from the rest of the house, and it helped because no one else got it, thank goodness. So I'm just gonna disinfect in here, wipe a few things down because this was where they were at. Always spray where everybody touches. Door handles, galore, toilet, flushes, lights, all that. So I've got my bedding all sitting here. Most of it's washed and dried. I'm just gonna wash the sheet and then let me just wipe everything down, to any lingering germ. Does anybody else hang their bedding up on the doors? So I had these hung outside and then they weren't completely dry, so I put them in here so they could dry the rest of the way in the house. I was at, where did we go? Yes, TJ Maxx, and I bought our puzzle I was gonna do an Advent puzzle, like where they gave you a box every day, and I thought that's kind of cool, but for $25, this was $13, and you get 1,000 pieces. It's kind of all the different Christmas movies, nostalgic Christmas prints. So we're gonna put this on a big piece of cardboard. I don't know if or wood, we're gonna see. Put it on our food ottoman out there and just make it as Christmas goes. If I have to move it in here, I can move it in here, but we got that this weekend. So just something fun we'll do for Christmas. Okay, it's that crisp fall morning where it's freezing outside. The heat is on, but you get your windows open. Anybody else? It's just in this room. I just wanted to make sure I aired it out in here a little bit and just kind of make sure, get some dry, even though it's past the time of anybody's gonna be sick, but just to make it all refreshed in here. So my room is clean for now. My bedding will be washed. I've got my duvet cover and my blanket, my cooling blanket over here on my, I like the ottoman. Remember the, not the ottoman, what do you call it? The circle chair, whatever kind of chair you call them. We took it from downstairs. I love that here because it gives a place for somebody to sit. Nice place to hang out when you're in mom's room. It's, like I said, it's a little crowded in here, but you know what? Our downstairs is a little bit crowded. Our living room's a little bit crowded. I feel like we're bursting at the seams because there's so many people and just getting bigger and growing, and you know, they need more space. So it's okay. You live with what you got. So we, I'll put my bed together after the sheets are washed, and then I've got piles of stuff for the child to take to their room. So it's good. This room is done. I'm going to run the vacuum, and then I'll mop in here really good today, and then I got to go out and get the floor cleaned up out there so I can vacuum, and then we got to start school, and then we'll continue on with undecorating as life in the day goes on. Okay, I'm a little bit behind in life today, and that's okay. It's like already after 9. I'm like, I got to get the kids moving, but I want to first set my thermostat. We do it in the winter where I set it and it to shut down for a couple degrees during the night when everybody's sleeping, and then you're going to hear the washer. And then I've had it off for a while because it hasn't been that cold, and I just turn it on as we need it. So I'm going to program that real quick. Learn how to program your thermostat. Have it go down a couple degrees at nighttime. Have it be up when everybody wakes up so nobody's frozen. And then throughout the day, go down to a couple of degrees. If you get, you know, getting older and can't see, bring your flashlight. Okay, so I'm going to set mine, can you see me? I'm going to set mine at 60, I'm going to try 69 for when we wake up, and then throughout the day go down to 68, and then at nighttime, like about 5:30 when it gets dark, go back to 69 because the sun will be down, and then at 10 o'clock when everybody's in bed, or should be in bed, it'll go down to 68, is that what I said? 67. Because I feel like if you've got covers on, you should be warm. So we'll see. I might have to change it and put it up degree if we need to. So, all right, let's go back into here. I gotta get this stuff off the floor so I can vacuum. Now this year I'm gonna get smarter. The pine cones I put, I end up just packing them away, and then Christmas comes and I'm like, where's all the pine cones? So I'm gonna put those in my galvanized little area here. I need to have that stuff I'll use in the spring, I'm pretty sure. So I'm gonna try to keep that out separate, and then just keep putting it. And the lanterns, I don't feel like I use black ones at all for springtime. So I think I'm gonna pack those in here. If I need them in the spring, I can put them out, but I think I use the galvanized ones for that. So we'll see. So I'm just gonna set them out here in the ottoman here because we're gonna keep adding to it today. I'm going to take and clean and wash these fall pillow covers. One has some paint on it. I'm like, I think I wrote down to get new covers. I'll probably do that for next year. So I'm just going to take these off, and then I'll put them in the washer and do a load and dry them, and then we'll pack away. This is an inexpensive way to decorate because I'm just covering. I got pillow forms on Amazon really cheap, and then every holiday I just purchase a pack of pillow covers. It's just a little bit cheaper than buying pillows, and you don't have to worry about storing them anywhere. Okay, good vacuum on the couch. Get, you know, any mixing dog hair off of this. So I gotta slide my couch forward. I know, I'm gonna move it. It's gonna be smushed. But in order to put the big giant Christmas tree behind the couch, because it's the only place it fits, I'm gonna have to move it forward. So I'm just gonna slide it forward and just get used to smush. Okay, by doing that, it's revealed a lot of Maxine's toys over here, so she was just very happy to come across them. Now the only bad thing, and I say bad in a just deal with it kind of way, I'm gonna have to move this table, and I'm thinking along the wall here, it's gonna make it a lot more smushed out here, but that's the only place a Christmas tree goes. So the kids did not want to get a different tree. I was like, we can just buy a smaller tree, and they're like, no, we want the big tree. So we're just gonna have to be smushed. Okay, that doesn't look too bad now, I mean, because there's not a whole lot there, but then the big giant Christmas tree comes into play, and it's a lot more squished. So it's, you know what? You do what you can do. And I know we moved in here, she had a table right here in the hallway too, and it wasn't too bad. I think it's good that it's skinny. Not too bad. Okay, so we're just gonna be a little squished. So just back here, we only have a little bit of access, but that's okay. It's kind of like an empty corner over there. Just gonna be squished. That's, I mean, we have a lot of people in our home, so we need a lot of seating space. It'll work. This will be good right here. This frees up this area. This is a cord for my closet. I plug in my rechargeable vacuum, stick vacuum, in the closet. So normally this runs nice and neat along the wall, but it's pulled out. So this will be the tree will be plugged in here. I'm gonna have to move Maxine's food. I can move it over there because there is space now. But and then look what I did too. This little bench. Okay, this is what I did. You guys know how I hate cords. You can see them right now. But this bench I had over here, but I have that shelf over there now. So I took some, look at this. We took some scrap pieces of wood. Jensen painted them for me, and I just put it up on those. And this works good under my desk. And then the cords aren't normally pulled out, but they are pulled out today. So behind there, and then right here, look at it, I don't even really see them. That makes me happy right there because this works good for my work zone right now. Because my corner, I had to put a bunch of stuff over there, and it was just getting so crowded, and I was like, what can I do? So I'm like, let me put this under my desk, and it works. Everything's right there. I have an extra little shelf. I like it. So this is good. I'm gonna just let the vacuum clean up the floor here. I'll leave this area here. I don't know if we'll bring the tree up today. It's pretty heavy. I might just wait. We'll see. If I vacuum all the floors and then move it, I feel like that's a waste because it makes stuff on the floor, but we'll get it up here this week sometime. So I'll just move Maxine's water and food probably to her little corner over here so she's not upset. She's sleeping away here. She's like, leave me alone in my little zone. Are you happy? She's got all your little toys. Way too many toys. She really doesn't like anything but this. She doesn't even like these. She had one of these when she was a puppy. She doesn't like it. And then she likes her hedgehogs. Those are her favorite, and her bacon balls. That's about it, right, Maxine? She's like, just leave me be, Mom. All right, you sleep away. Okay, still loving that we put a barn door in here. That's probably one of the best things I did for my laundry room because it works amazing here to hide things. So I've got a whole load of laundry here. You know, another one of my favorite things is that we have a clothesline outside to hang all my towels on. Like, that excites me more than anything. Call me crazy, but I love hanging my stuff out. So I'm gonna grab a hanger here with a couple clothespins because I'm going to hang like the washcloths and that up because those obviously are gonna take up way a lot of space if I just use those and try to just focus on the towels on the line. Freezing outside, oh my goodness, so freezing outside, but best time to hang laundry because it's dry. It's not a wet frozen, so this will dry really well. Okay, freezing out here. My hands are frozen. It's so cold out here, but it's good. This will, the dryness will help dry the towels. That's what's my favorite time to hang out is winter because everything dries. It doesn't dry very well. It does when it's breezy and hot, but when that humidity comes, it just does not dry very good. So this will be good. I've got a few blankets. I still have some space I can put them on. So laundry's done. I'm gonna have to go in and get, it's still vacuuming. I've got to get school going because this is my time to get the kids' school done, and I'm a little bit behind. That's okay. You just do what you can do. So I'm gonna go in and get school done, and then I'll come back and we'll do some more. I gotta do food too. Ugh, I gotta make lunch. There's Ruby. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go in and get kids and we'll worry about lunch later. Okay, so we got our school stuff done. All of our group time is finished. I'm gonna start on lunch now. So I'm gonna make lentil rice casserole. This is very simple. We've been making this for a long time. One of the recipes in my Lovely Season Eats and Treats. It's been a long time. So I'm just gonna do it on my stove over here just cause to make it easier. I could put it in the pressure cooker, put it on the stove because it's a little chilly in here. It'll heat up the house a little bit. But I realized I had those big square containers I usually hold my rice in. I washed those and then I was like, wow, why do I have so many big extra containers? Well, then I put my cereal in it that nobody's eating. So then I'm like, wait a minute, I don't have any rice. So I had to go get my little bag of rice here to make some lentils. So I'm gonna put it over here. We're just gonna put together stuff, real simple, easy. Put it together, you put it as burrito filling, plain. It's delicious and easy. If you don't know if you like lentils, you'll like this. Okay, so that was the next little laundry. That took a while to spin out because it kept like making my dryer washer be overfilled. So I had to like stop it and readjust it and spin it. But I've got everything out here drying now. So the sun is drying. These feel like almost dry. It's only been out here for a little bit. So go back in and finish up working on life. All right, look, it looks so dark up here with no lights or no nothing, but that's okay. So what I'm gonna do is we are working on chores. Everybody's doing individual stuff. The lentils are cooking. That'll be done for lunch. And then I'm also gonna start on my dinner. Tonight I'm gonna do Southern slaw dogs for dinner because I've got all of this. Remember these big, gigantic hot dogs? Yeah, like jumbo right here. So I've got that, and I actually have had a cabbage, which I normally don't have. So I'm gonna make some Southern slaw dogs. So I've got meat over here cooking. I'm gonna put it in my food processor to get the meat really tiny because the tinier the meat, the better. So I'm gonna just slice this up, put it through my food processor to get it real thin for coleslaw. Really good. This recipe is mayonnaise, sugar, and apple cider vinegar. I usually never add the vinegar, and I asked you guys, does it really matter? And they said, yes, it does. So I'm going to add, but we're gonna do Miracle Whip because that's what we do, with a little less sugar and the apple cider vinegar, and then make good old coleslaw. Since the food processors are out, I'm rinsed out real quick. I'm gonna do onion in there so we can have onions on it. Put some onions in with the burger as well. Okay, so since I'm gonna get this food processor gone. My meat is not all the way cooked yet, but I'm just gonna hurry along the process. So I'm gonna put in here, puree it up, puree your meat. Yes, the meat, a smaller texture meat tastes so much better than the bigger one. So I just put in here, I've got the onions in there already. I figured just mix in together and then I'll put it back on the stove. That took on the flavor of onion, so that worked out good. I'm gonna put that back on the stove and let it finish cooking. I'm gonna mix up my coleslaw. So to mine, it's gonna be, the original recipe is mayo and sugar, but since I am adding Miracle Whip, it already has some sugar in it, so I'm gonna add a little bit less of that. So I'm just gonna put it all in here, mix it up, and put some salt and pepper, and then we're gonna add apple cider vinegar. I don't usually ever add that, so I'm gonna add that because someone said that is what you're supposed to do. Makes the flavor good. So let me mix this up. Okay, this tastes delicious. I'm gonna leave this in this big giant bowl. Yes, I am. I'm gonna leave it in the big giant bowl and put it in the refrigerator. Not even gonna put it in a small water cover because we're gonna eat a little bit later. Let's go over here and make our meat chili sauce. Over here, okay, my meat, I've been not watching it and it's getting a little bit blackened under here. So what I'm gonna do is add my ingredients here to it. So I'll just put the original recipe on the screen and we're gonna do our best to do my style adding to it. So it also uses tomato paste. I don't have tomato paste, but it adds tomato paste and water. So I'm just gonna add tomato sauce. You think this is a cup? No, it's 2 cups. 2 cups. Let's stir this up here. Definitely gathering fragments, using up the Miracle Whip, using up the ketchup. Now one thing, I don't have chili powder. I don't know why I don't have chili powder, but I just seem to never have chili powder. So taco seasoning, the #1 ingredient is chili powder. So we're gonna add a little bit of that. It's okay, it works. And sugar, Worcestershire sauce, which I do have. Sometimes I just add steak sauce. It works the same. And I do have paprika. I know some things I don't have, some things I do have. Paprika and garlic powder. Oh, it's the one that's all hardened. Just put a blob in there and salt. Try to use where the pepper is inside the salt. It works, and then just mix this up. Just adjusted a few things, added a few more ingredients, a little bit more salt to it. Tastes fine, so I'm gonna put it in a glass dish here, and this is gonna be done. I'll cook the hot dogs when it's closer to dinner. The meat's over here cooling. I did put the stuff in a container so I can take it out of the refrigerator. I gotta go do some school. Okay, so I'm doing school still with the kids. I had to take a break and pick up Jaden from work, so now I'm back home. Chores are mostly done. There's a few things that kind of get lost in the way because like when Jaden goes, they always set aside chores for her. So there's just a few things to do, and it's freezing out. Maddie went to go do the guinea pigs and the hose was like frozen solid. So
it was hard.
It was pretty hard. It was like shooting out like an icicle. So I said, why don't we wait till the sun kind of melts the hose a little bit so we can clean that. So we have to do things like clean the car. I got my towels are dry. I just have to go get them. I'm not there yet, but lunch is ready. I heated this up. Remember I made this weekend? So, so good. And then the lentils, let me show you the lentils. The lentils are over here. Look at that. Those are good. Put that as a burrito filling. So, so good. It freezes. It freezes okay, but it's better to make fresh. So it's really good. They're gonna eat that with that. I'm gonna eat this and continue doing school. It's just school for the next few hours. So I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, this is me realizing I didn't drink any liquid today, very much, except like my one glass I had earlier. So I was just sitting here and I thought, let me get a cup of water. So I'm getting some ice and then I'm gonna get a pack of vitamin C and put in here. And I'm still doing school with the kids. It just takes a while. Monday's a little bit longer and we're doing a little bit of extra so we can kind of, you know, take breaks during the holidays, all those good things. So we're working hard, we're getting there. We'll get there. We will get there eventually. All right, so it's been a busy day. It is now 4 o'clock. Oh my goodness, my day has gotten away from me. It's just busy. I woke up, like I feel like I didn't get that early morning, like quieter time because I slept in. I slept until 6:30. You know, it's so late, but it's okay. I need a rest. So got our school done. That's my number one goal. So as long as I feed my kids and do school, I feel like that's the number one goal. Did undecorate all upstairs. So I feel good for that. I put the bin downstairs and then the girls just right now, they're like, we're going to decorate the tree. So they have actually undecorated downstairs and they're going to decorate the tree downstairs tonight. So that's okay. We were going to wait, but I'm like, you know what? Who cares? They want to decorate. So they're doing that down there right now. And then we'll have that done. So I'll have to get the fall stuff in containers and kind of organize it. Just, it's all sitting in the garage. We will get to that eventually. But I did what I wanted to do. I did the most important, feed the kids in school. And then the extra was undecorate. And I did. But will I decorate today for Christmas? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not today. So it'll be another day. So today was a good day. I just have to make hot dogs for dinner. We have a few chores to do. We still have dishes to put away. Towels I brought in. I gotta go get my other towels. It's kind of chilly out. The first load dried really good. My bedding's all done. The only thing we didn't do is clean my car out because it's freezing. It's 52 degrees out. Sure feels colder than 52. I don't know. It's a little chilly. So I think we're gonna wait on the car to another day, and that's okay. What else? Just vacuum downstairs, the couch and the chairs. A couple jobs for the kids to do. Simple and easy. It's been a good day. It's been a good day. It's been a really good day. It's a busy Monday. But you know what? If, like I said, if you can't get something done today, you just put it till tomorrow. That's how it works. So I'm going to go, what am I going to do right now? I'm going to, I guess, clean up my kitchen. I'm looking around. What do I even do? I'm going to clean up my kitchen real quick. Put the lunch away, which we never did. There's tortillas sitting out from lunch we never touched. And then maybe get my hot dogs boiling. Get my hot dogs up boiling so we can get those ready for dinner. I think we're just gonna have hot dogs. Is that bad? Just hot dogs? It's okay, right? Do I need anything else? No. I'll cut up some apples. We got applesauce. I'm making it easy. Making it easy on myself. So let me clean up the mess here and we'll get dinner, the hot dogs making. All right, so what happened was life got busy and I totally forgot to film dinner. We actually cleaned up there for a minute, went downstairs. The girls are putting up the Christmas tree downstairs and decorating. And so then we're like, let's eat dinner. So we ate and I totally forgot. I was like, we were putting it away and I'm like, I totally didn't even film what dinner was. So imagine a hot dog with chili sauce and coleslaw. That's what we ate. The hot dogs were huge, like humongous. They were like, I didn't even finish it all. It was that much hot dogs. So that's it. That's my day today. So now I have to sit over here at my desk and I'm going to edit today's video because I haven't edited at all today. And that's okay. It's been a long Monday, but a good Monday indeed it has been. So you have a fantastic rest of your day. Remember, you are designed. God has designed you. He's designed every precise detail about you, your mind, the way you are, the personality that you have. He's designed you and he created you to be here. Isn't that pretty cool? and He selected you for a specific task in life. And it's pretty exciting when you can find that task and walk in that path that He has for you. It's an amazing adventure. So you're gonna have some ups and downs because that comes with life, but that helps build and strengthen your faith and your trust in Him. So it's a good thing to get your eyes off yourself and get focused on Him. So I'm gonna be done. I'm gonna edit for probably about an hour. It's 5:30 right now. Probably edit for about an hour and a half, and then it's almost bedtime for me after that. My bedtime comes a little bit earlier, so have a beautiful rest of your day. I'm gonna see you tomorrow with another video. All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.